Hey, Zippers.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Tea and Champagne Podcast. My name is Lena.
My name is Dee.
Yes, sippers, and we are here with a fun episode that Dee is leading today. You want to introduce the topic?
So I asked Chat, what are some thoughtful questions for millennials who have not achieved their goals? So we're going to get into how to navigating not getting your goal yet. We'll get into it.
Get into some tea. But before we do, I'm just going to go ahead and keep it brief with the housekeeping notes. Sippers, if you want to be a guest on Tea and Champagne Podcast, please DM us or email us at teaandchampagnepod@gmail.com. Also, we would like to hear your journal entries. We appreciate you guys for responding to our prompt questions. We are so excited about that. So, yeah, go ahead and continue to send those entries to our email or DM us at Tea and Champagne Pod on Instagram. Our Black Business of the Week. Yes, this week we are shining a light on a sweet spot in the city. Scoop Around Ice Cream, a specialty ice cream shop right here in Chattanooga. They're known for offering unique flavors and custom creations in a fun way. And they also have a welcoming atmosphere. The ice cream shop is on East Main Street. Their address is 831 East Main Street, Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I want you all to support them for the summer. I know they had it lit. I used to get off of work and go over there. I think they changed their business hours, but they have a key lime ice cream.
Oh my God. No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Oh,
And you know those cookies that you get on the airport?
Yes.
The airport cookies?
Yes.
They have a sauce that they drizzle on top of that airport cookie brand. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
It's really good and really sweet.
Southwest has them.
Yes. I told them I had got the ice cream from them the time I had been.
Yeah.
And then I ate it in the car because it was so good and I had to throw it away at the cup. Yeah. And I went back in and said, that ice cream was so good, I didn't even make it out the parking lot. They laughed about it. But shout out to you all.
Shout out to Scoop Around. I'm ashamed I haven't been there yet. Yeah. But I love that y'all are existing.
And it's a family-owned business. Like, it's a husband and wife, daughter and son business.
Dang it.
And it's Black-owned.
Shoot, we might go up there today.
Okay. We can go get some scooping around and find out.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead with the topic.
Okay. So, Lena, I got 3 questions for you. Geared to us millennials.
Champagne ready.
You know, it's not too deep. But it's deep. But it's not too deep. Because I just want to help us get through where we are in accomplishing what we want to accomplish. You know, Sometimes we set goals for ourselves, and if they don't come to fruition in the way that we want them to, it can kind of be discouraging. But I love that I love that ChatGPT has given us a way to reframe our thought process. So with these questions, let's see how we can reframe what we feel in our moments of setting goals, because we are overachievers. Let's cheers. We are. We are very much career-driven professional women. You know, we don't just sit around and let the world hand us things. We out here working for it.
Right.
So when we don't get what we're working for, it's like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like that with relationships with me too. Okay,
so let me pull up there's so many questions, but for the sake of time, I'm narrowing it down to 3. So the first question that I have for you, Lena, is, so what is one step that you could take like today that would bring you closer to the vision that you are aligning for yourself? Like today was one thing you can do to help you achieve what your aim is. You know, I think we could easily do one thing a day to get us closer to our goal. What would that be?
I think maybe writing it down. Maybe writing down what I want out of life. Maybe what I want to do, how I want to be accomplished, what woman I want to become.
Okay.
Who what lifestyle I want to have. I think writing that down is a good step because you can say, okay, sometimes it gets a little vague. You like, I want to be accomplished and I want to be successful and I want to live in this city and I want to be able to take luxury vacations. Okay, well, what career do you need to fund that lifestyle? You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So maybe write that down.
Okay.
What kind of career are you interested in or what you would like to do? Maybe also write down you want to move to a big city. What city do you want to move to? And maybe do some research too. Like figure out what that city is like, the cost of living,
Yeah.
where you want to live, how you want to live, if it's possible. Maybe research those things too. That's all I got.
No, that's great. No, that's an actionable step.
I think just writing it down, write the vision, make it plain. They said it in the Bible and on that gospel song. So maybe just writing the first part is just getting your thoughts out. Yeah. What do you want to be successful or accomplish?
No, that's great. I literally love your answer because it's an actionable step. Sometimes we seek guidance from coaches, mentors, from teachers, and they give us these vague things to move forward. You need to become more organized. You need to, I can't really call it everything out right now, but being organized is a generalization. It's a general statement. And we want to tap into, well, how do you become? What's one thing you can do to become more organized?
Yeah.
What's a specific thing you can do?
Yeah.
So you saying writing it down, that's literally a specific thing you could do in your car right now when we leave.
Yeah.
And I think just doing that one thing will make you feel better about where you are and where you're positioned. And once you do that one thing, you can even ask ChatGPT, I just wrote this down. What's my next step?
Yeah. See, first of all, the first step is downloading ChatGPT.
That is the first step.
To keep you organized because it is like a little personal assistant.
It is.
It really is.
It is.
So yeah, write it down and then one step point two, download ChatGPT.
And this is kind of like a two-part question because I guess I should have led with what is one goal that you want to achieve? So with what you just said, with writing it down, is that going to help you determine what the goal is you want to achieve, or do you already know what goal you want to achieve?
Maybe it'll help you determine what goal you want to achieve.
Okay.
Because sometimes goals be so vague.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're not realistic.
Right.
Sometimes you see the big picture before you take the small steps too.
Right.
So maybe just writing it down can really...
Because you have to break it down.
Because even with me saying, I want to work in marketing.
Yeah.
What avenue?
Yeah.
In marketing?
Yep.
What department?
Yep.
What are you good at?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's just so many other things. Marketing is just a vague answer. You just have small components that you need to organize to get to the goal. So writing the goal down is what was your question?
I asked, what's one thing you can do today to help you get to your vision?
The second part.
Oh, I was saying, is the goal already realized, or is writing it down helping you to learn what the goal is?
To learn what the goal is.
Okay.
That's what I think. What about you? What do you think?
I love your answer so much. For me, I think I need to do what you're talking about, actually. Like, I think I just really came to that just now. Like, I need to write down what it is I want to achieve and figure out what the milestones are in between that. Like, because I know my goal is to earn more money, and I need to dissect that. Like, I really need to categorize, well, what do I enjoy? What makes sense based on the skills I already have? Because I really don't want to start from scratch. I really want to use my existing skill set to elevate to a higher paying position, right? And I'm not there yet to where I can start applying for new jobs because I'm still trying to master the one that I have. So right now, my one thing that I can do to get to my vision for myself to earn more money will help to contribute being a better expert at what I currently do. For me, one thing today that I can do is plan out my day for tomorrow. I need to, and it kind of goes hand in hand with you writing down your items. For me, the items that I would be writing down today that I actually need to do before I go to bed today is write down 9 a.m. What am I doing at 9 a.m.? 11 a.m. What am I doing? Like from 9 to 11, what am I doing? You know?
So actually planning your week.
Planning my week, yes, but let's even chomp that up to just plan a day. Because planning my week can overwhelm me easy. And then next thing you know, I have a million things lined up for the week. So I'm so overwhelmed that I don't think I would get through everything. So if I just chop it up hour by hour or 2 hours by 2 hours, I do think that helps me manage my task. Because sometimes I get to work and if I don't have my time assigned, I'm going through my emails. And the next thing you know, it's lunchtime. And I didn't do anything but check my emails all day. I was supposed to reconcile my credit card charges, put in my mileage. I was supposed to send this email. I was supposed to visit this doctor's office. I was supposed to visit the health department. Those are things that I overshadowed with one thing because emails could be so overwhelming. So, and it's an easy thing. I've heard people say, set a time aside for emails and leave it alone. Turn off your notifications, which is hard. Because what if something important comes up?
Yeah.
But for me, one thing that I can do today is just plan out Monday, even if it's just planning out my morning, not even the whole Monday, just from 9 to lunch. What am I doing from 9 to lunch? And if I can plan out after lunch, take an hour after lunch to plan out the rest of the day till 5 o'clock, because I need to be leaving by 5:30. No, I shouldn't be at work no later than 5:30 if I'm getting there at 8:30. That's another thing.
Okay.
You know, trying to leave work on time, get to work on time, leave on time. That's another thing that I can accomplish. One thing I can accomplish tomorrow. Get there on time, leave on time. But today, just planning out one day of activities. Because I feel like how that helps me to my vision, it contributes to me becoming more organized. And when I feel more organized, and when I feel like I'm checking boxes off my checklist, that opens up more window for professional development.
Yeah.
Because if I can take care of the tasks that need to be done and I have the space of opportunity, I need to use that opportunity to incorporate some professional development, even if that means taking a learning class. Because we do have an archive of classes you can take if you want to learn, something about project management, or for my field, EPIC is an electronic health program.
Yeah.
I need to be learning some EPIC tools. So making room for things like that by becoming more organized.
I think organization is a key component to getting to your goals because it's time management. It's all about time management. Even with Chat GPT, trying to figure out what I want to do with my days. You know what I'm saying? It's able to schedule out things like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. How do I have time for it? Chat GPT kind of organized that out for me. And I printed that out into a PDF file so that I can stay on task for
Nice. So my next question is, what are patterns what patterns keep showing up in your life that are holding you back?
I go to therapy for this, but probably being a victim. Maybe feeling like, yes, I tried out for something, but maybe victimizing myself, saying like, well, this happened in my childhood, so that's why I'm not as successful as I want to be. Or being spoiled, maybe feeling like somebody is going to save me so I can do what I want to do and be successful. Like all these excuses that I used to have as a child, or not a child, but like early adulthood. And I think that has caused a lot of delay to things, are not really just maybe being in comparison with other people, thinking that I see you doing this and I feel like I'm entitled and I'm supposed to be doing this too. And I can't do it because I didn't have this when I was a kid. Like those things, that type of mentality kind of, I feel like that is a big factor of what's been holding me back from reaching goals.
I love your transparency so much. Playing victim and entitlement is huge. And not a lot of people own up to that about themselves. I think we are all guilty of it. Absolutely. I have actually fell into the victim mentality when I don't get what I'm going out for, because it's like, well, maybe if my mama hadn't permed my hair all them years ago,
my hair would be long.
I'm sorry, I'm getting off subject. No, but for real, that victim mentality is real. Sometimes I play victim with having my children young, I blame having this like mentality that you supposed to be a mom because you're a woman. I naturally gravitated to that as a child. I loved playing with babies. I always wanted to be a mama. I was cool, with becoming one, of course, but I have been playing victim with staying in a situation with the kids and their dad because that's just what you're supposed to do. Marriage is this concept that you should value and thug it out. And like, because I was exposed to those values early on, I stayed in a situation I shouldn't have been. And so I have this victim mentality of like, had I not had these values, I would have left an unhealthy situation a long time ago. But that's not the fault of other folks. I'm
that's
grown.
Good. I'm glad you can express that.
I'm grown. If there was a situation I shouldn't have been a part of, I could have walked away.
Yeah.
And then also other patterns outside of your own that you listed. I think my big issue is I just need to be, and that's why I'm talking about planning out my day. I really want to get more organized. Like my pattern of disorganization is crippling. And it's not like that I'm like this messy person. It's just I have so many ideas. I have so many tasks that I want to accomplish. There's so much. Like I make a to-do list. I have my Outlook. I have my project management tools, and it gets overburdened with everything I want to do. And I really need to zero in a few things out of everything. So maybe my pattern is taking on too much, trying to do too much. So that does hold me back. So my last question that I'm going to ask is with your goal, if you were to not reach that goal, let's say worst case scenario, the goal you're setting out, it is not obtainable. What other forms of fulfillment would still matter to you? How do you supplement, not getting where you're trying to be?
Well, that's good. That's a good question. Because even I know I left news. I decided not to pursue it anymore. And I was banking on the news to get me to Washington, D.C. I was banking on that to get me to Los Angeles or wherever the hell I wanted to go. I felt like I had to be in this big city to be successful. I didn't reach that goal. I got a job offer for Jacksonville, Florida, and I turned it down because I didn't want to move to Florida. I wanted to move to Baltimore or Charlotte.
Yeah.
I didn't want to move to Florida. So in my mind, I did not reach that goal. I decided to quit it all together. You know what I'm saying? And just walk the hell away from that, from news. But I still feel like I can still get into that crowd, not necessarily in news, but in media in those cities. I can still do that. That's what my podcast or our podcast and my vlog is about. That's me showing myself that I can still be creative and present this quality of work to people to be recognized. Like I am a media producer. It don't necessarily have to be in news. It don't necessarily have to be in Atlanta or wherever they'll say, I have created a small avenue with where I am right now to show my work. I'm still in media.
Yeah,
it's just about me. It's independent. It's expensive, but I still have a job that's less stressful for me because I'm a teller, but it's less stressful for me so that I can focus on these things.
Right.
It was just so much going on in the news industry, and we ain't even got to tap into that. I still have the goal. I still want to work in those spaces. I still want to be a creative director, but I just have to take another avenue to get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm considering going back to school.
Okay.
You know, so, which I shouldn't have said that out loud because they say be quiet with some of your goals.
Or sometimes they say speak it so people can hold you accountable to it.
Well, you hold me accountable.
I will.
But I'm thinking about going into school so that I can get into marketing leadership. So I won't have to feel like I got to climb the corporate ladder and wait later and later, years and years and years.
Yeah.
At least I will be educated and have my degree so that I can, you know, get into that field and make more money.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because the goal is to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, not comfortable. We always learning. Beyonce still learns. She's still working too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good influencer too. She said, I'm sorry, but I don't mean to preach. But my girl said, she was at the Cowboy Carter concert. She said, I appreciate y'all coming here to see me. Do y'all know that this is my job? You know what I'm saying? She performed, she entertaining us, but she's so humble to say, this is my job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she's still learning and doing different types of music and avenues.
You know what? That's a good point.
Like,
we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. She has a whole record label.
Yeah.
She might be trying to make some bank because this record label needed it. Or
Yeah.
her clothing line.
I believe my girl about to make her own country label for Black people. Who knows? Or minorities, not necessarily Black. Anybody who want to make country music, they could be signed to this label and promote it. And we're going to have a urban country music station. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm speaking to existence for you, B.
Yeah.
Cheers.
It might be.
But I'm just saying, like, you just have to keep learning. And sometimes the goals that you think you want is not there. Right. It's not that. I'm saying sometimes God just have other things way better for you. You just have to accept that. So I get mad about stuff. I get mad when things don't go my way, when I don't accomplish the goals. I get mad and probably stay mad more than what I should. But I'm learning to alleviate it. Yeah. It didn't work out. Move on. Find another way.
There you go.
It sounds easier than done, though.
No, I like that.
Because I be mad for months, years.
No, I like that.
Hours, decades.
Well, it's good that you are, you know, just kind of pivoting. You know, you have to pivot. And I'm glad that if you didn't achieve one goal, you're considering going back to school. You know, you're considering the podcast as another avenue, as another outlet to supplement. So for me, you know, if I don't achieve the goal that I have set out for myself, which I'm honestly still learning exactly what that goal is going to translate to based on what I'm doing now. Because like I said in the beginning, a lot of it is using my existing skill set to move forward because I don't want to start from scratch. Not that there's anything wrong from starting from scratch. Right?
I think
you
scratch.
Can reinvent yourself many times as you need to.
Yep.
You absolutely can reinvent yourself. And where I'm at right now, I love the existing skill set that I have, that I want to use what I'm doing now to move into the next thing. Whereas if I wasn't content with what I'm doing right now and what I'm currently possessing in my skills, if I wasn't content with that, then I would be starting from scratch, which I've done. Like before I started working at Erlanger.
That's what I'm about to say. You did start from scratch.
Yeah. Before I started at the hospital, I was in health insurance. And transitioning from health insurance to hospital is starting from scratch. Yeah. I do incorporate some of the skill sets from a health insurance background into what I do at the hospital, but everything else is from scratch. Yeah. And I like that. It's still new. So I still want to use my skill sets from this hospital journey to move me and propel me to the next thing. Now, the next thing, obviously, again, I'm going to reiterate, it is to make more money. And worst case scenario, if I don't make the money I want to make, and for the rest of my life, I'm still earning what I'm earning, how I would supplement not meeting that goal, it's just downsizing my life. You know, it's okay to have a 1-bedroom apartment and just use the extra money from downsizing from a 3-bedroom house to a 1-bedroom apartment. Because when my kids go to college, I need them to understand, if I can't afford this house after you, if I still can't afford to live in this house after y'all are gone, I'm downsizing. And when y'all come home from college, y'all gonna have this couch, y'all gonna have this bed with me, or you gonna have your grandmama and granddaddy house if they still have it, because I think they about to downsize too. Anyway, get your stuff together, because mama's downsizing if I need to. Worst case scenario, you know what I mean? But that's me pivoting.
Why not
I'm
a
okay with that.
2-bedroom apartment so they can come home and share a room together?
If I can afford it, I will.
Okay.
Worst case scenario. Now, best case scenario, I get the job I deserve. I get a man. We split in expenses. We split in income. We split in mortgage. My man gonna want to be on property. He gonna want to have land. He gonna be whoopty-woo.
I know.
Best case scenario. But worst case scenario, if that doesn't happen, that's okay too. Downsizing is all right with me. If I gotta downsize to travel, I will, because that's also my goal.
Yeah.
I need funds to leave the city when I want to leave.
Yeah, I feel you
and
on
see
that.
the world.
I like that.
Yeah.
We can cheers to that.
Okay. Cheers, because listen, it's the simple things that matter. We don't need everything. I just want money in the bank. That's it. And if I gotta live in a shack, I'll do it. A nice one. Studio apartment, worst case scenario.
All right, let me see if I can find an affirmation for us today. Let's see. My affirmations up for real. All right, sippers, here's your affirmation. Every day I take a step that brings me closer to my goals. What I desire is already mine. I'm aligned, focused, and capable of achieving it all. All right. So I think we're going to conclude there unless you have an flipped intention that you want to talk about. Or do you have a champagne problem?
Ooh, so I do have a champagne problem, which shout out to Champagne Problems for Tea and Champagne podcast. You know, I learned about this concept. I mean, I've always known what champagne problems were, but someone had expressed a champagne problem to me recently, and I was like, oh, that would be a great segment on our podcast, actually. And one champagne problem for me is that I do think it's a champagne problem having too many ideas and too many tasks. Like, you know, there's so much I want to do. That's a problem because it is overwhelming. But it's a champagne problem because it means my brain is working. It means I'm motivated. It means that I'm driven. That. You know, if I had nothing I wanted to do, that would not be a champagne problem. But having so many things I want to accomplish, that's awesome. And I just need to zero down on what I need to start with first.
I like that. I think that's good. Champagne problems for me. I haven't thought too much about this. I think my champagne problem, my champagne problem is that right now in my life, I'm very attractive. And attractive as in, like, I have noticed, going back to you when you was talking about you were shy. Yeah. And you wouldn't be in a room with people. You wouldn't be talking to people as you speak. Yeah. Well, lately, people have been nice to me and kind to me, and they want to be around me. They want to know everything about me. I learned this at work. Like, my coworkers are like that. The people I speak to while I'm doing my work service, they're like that. I go to the city cafe and eat lunch. They're nice to me. The people are there. Yesterday, I got some pancakes and coffee, and the people gave me a whole cup of coffee. Typically, they don't do that, but they gave me a whole cup of coffee. I was like, dang, they must really like me, because why they give me all that coffee? So I feel like that is a champagne problem because I've been attracting great things, positive things around me. Okay. My gym buddies, my friends at the gym, they love me. They be so excited to see me. Yeah. My therapist, I asked her, was I her favorite She said absolutely, but I know she lying.
Yeah.
I said okay, but all right. She really don't turn down my therapy session, so
Right.
I know she love me.
Okay.
But just people coming. Like I'm meeting people, I'm networking. We met Celinda. That's an attraction. We needed a place to be so that we could record this podcast. Celinda's available. That's an attraction. I just feel like I'm very attractive right now. The problem is, I just want to go to sleep.
There we go. Because I was like, so what's the problem?
The problem is, I just want to lay in my bed. And not even just that, like attraction as in, we have gotten invitations to a lot of places too.
True.
Shout out to
Booked and Busy is a
Booked and That's what I'm saying. The leadership conferences that I went to and things like that.
Yeah.
That's attraction. And I wrote something on Threads to another tweet. I said, don't be acting silly when the universe gives you what you want.
Absolutely.
So I'm getting what I want.
Yeah.
I'm getting the attention that I want, or just meeting in connection and being in great spaces with people that I've always wanted, and being in these rooms and spaces and meeting, networking, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That is good. But my only problem is it be so many events and so much energy absorbed during this time that I just want to go to sleep. I just want to be in bed. I just want to stay in my bed forever.
Absolutely. That's relatable content.
That's it.
I love having nothing to do.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's true too.
That's it.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in. I think that's a wrap.
Yes. So also, sippers, don't forget to like, share, and comment to our YouTube page. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Email us at teaandchampagnepod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. Send in your journal entries. Thank y'all so much for being here with us. We love y'all.
Love you. Bye.